Hello, it's Loretta West from Color Garden Studio and welcome to Tangle Tuesday. Today we have a little different lesson for you. We're not going to be doing any kind of tangling, but I'm going to show you a unique way, get this backed out a little bit, to display your Zentangle art. Now originally I saw this idea from Michelle Schultz, I think it is, down in California, who had shared her mobile that she'd made using sea glass and driftwood to display some tiles. And I thought that is so cool. So I had asked her permission to share it more widely, and she's graciously given that to me. And I've kind of, well, I've zhuzhed it, blinged it up a little bit, and took her idea and made it my own. So if you remember, I think it was last summer, I was on vacation or something, and I did a 3 or 4 part Zentangle class utilizing pottery from the Six Nations Reserve in Brantford, Ontario as a jump off point. And so this was the resulting tile, Zentangle tile. And so that was one class. And then this is from March 2020. And this is another class that we had done. If you remember correctly, this is a spring, March. So this is welcoming spring. So that's going to be the other side. So we've got a 2-sided tile we're looking at displaying, making sure that they're upright. So you're going to need some sort of Zentangle art, small. You could do probably as big as 6 by 6 if you've got a big piece of wood that you're going to suspend it from, but I'd like to keep it pretty small. You're going to need something to hang your suspended your art from. So this is a nice piece of driftwood that I just spied. I had picked it up in the beach some time ago and threw it in my driftwood pile, which is by the front door. And while I was outside, I went, oh, this is it. This is the perfect one. So it has got lots of different wormwood marks on it and insect marks. It's been around the block and I really like it. You can also use any kind of bar or stick, could be a metal bar. You can use a chopstick. So that's what I've got right here. An old paintbrush, you know, sometimes these paintbrushes, you love them and they lose their tips over time and they get, you know, so I use them for different things when that happens, but maybe it's time to donate them to this project. So you can use any kind of brush that you've got around. And then I've got another one here, which is a bristle brush, a flat brush, and it's in bright green. So, you know, look around and see what you have on hand without going somewhere to the store to buy it. Hopefully you've got something around the house. You could use a fork, whatever, doesn't matter. Something that's long that can support the weight of, not very much weight because we're not going to be using much. You also have, you're going to need some glue. You can either use a glue stick, you could use adhesive, like this is a polyvinyl adhesive. It takes longer to dry, but once it's on, it's on. And so it's a good one for sticking, this. You could use matte medium for glue as well, or you could also use double-sided tape. This is, it's got tape on it. Huh. AdTech Crafters tape, permanent, it says. It is actually quite true on that one. Then you need something to suspend everything. You can use twine or ribbon, whatever floats your boat. I just buy these at the dollar store. And so that's a nice one. I use that one a lot for this purpose. But today I think we're going to use some beading wire, beading string wire. It comes in different thicknesses. This is a 0.46 millimeter in thickness or 0.018 inches. So and it's called Satin Gold. See, they come in different colors too. So you can get them in a package with, I think, silver, gold, and copper. And I might be using these today, these things, swivels. They're actually for fishing. Little swivel lures. Talk at all. Swivel lures to make things spin a little bit. And just something that is fun and it's not expensive. Go to your hardware store or your fishing supply store and you'll find them. Pair of scissors, very handy. And I also have some wire. I've got some copper wrap wire that I might wrap around the stick and make it look fun and interesting. I haven't decided whether I'll use it, but I've got it out, one of my toys. And then I've got some beads that I have collected. And this actually started because I was cleaning up my studio and looking at all the beads I've collected that I don't do anything with. I just go, oh, my pretties. Oh my goodness, I can't just keep hoarding beads and go to the bead store because it's fun. And so I've got some beads I thought would kind of match this side more than the other side, but it'll work because I've got some red over there. So I've got some nice glass beads that I get at this wonderful bead store near the bridge in Victoria, BC. And when I say the bridge, there's more than one bridge. This is the bridge that's downtown, is the lift bridge that goes, I think it's called the Johnson Street Bridge, and it goes to Esquimalt. And it's on that street. There's this little tiny funky mall, and there's this beautiful bead store, and they have got some neat stuff. So if you're in Victoria, you want to make sure that you look. And it's the only one downtown that I found. So have a look. They don't have a lot of stock, but what they have is really cool. And also there, I found these antlers. Oh, I just thought they were so cool. Look like elk antlers. And I found a sun, really pretty little bead. Don't know if we'll use it today or not, but I got it out. And these beautiful little feathers too. So let's set that aside. Oh, one more thing. So you're going to have to get something to hang it off with. And you can use twine or you can use ribbon or whatever you have. But I have this beautiful thong of leather in the lovely color that I'm working with. So I thought, why not? So this would be the thing we're going to do. So that'll hang everything off the top. Be really pretty. All right, I'm just going to take my jacket off because it's hot in here. All of a sudden I'm hot. Okay. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to suspend this from my stick here. I'm going to move these aside. And utilizing my crimpers, my crimper thing here. So I've got my scissors. Use my crimper beads. Oh, that's the other thing that you need. Where are they? Oh, there we go. One last thing, crimp tubes. I'm gonna need those and need something to squish them with. And scissors will work. Pliers work better. See if I can find my pliers. Yep, okay, I got these things. These are actually wire cutters, which you can get at the hardware store. Fantastic. These are called Toolsmith. My husband covets these, so I have to hide them. Okay. And so these are little crimp tubes that are going to be utilized with the wire. Let's see if we can make this go. So I want to have two. I'm going to take this little thing off here. Oh, be fiddly. Fiddle. Okay. Be fiddly. I want to do a couple coming down on either side here. So I want to make sure I've got enough room there. So I'm just going to measure where I want roughly everything to be. And I want to have some coming through. It's going to go between the two tiles. Whoops, I'll move this up a little bit. Between the two tiles. And then I'm going to have some hanging down on the bottom because I want to hang some beads off there. So you're going to make sure they've got enough space for that. So I'm going to take my wire cutters, oops, my coveted wire cutters, and just nip that length off there, and then nip another length, equal length. That's the other one. Just conclude and get this one. There. Whoopee. Okay, so you've got two pieces. Now, if you're doing the twine, it would be two pieces of twine that are the same length. Make sure they are the same length. Yeah. Put those aside a little bit. Put this over here. Put the little cover thing back on. Oh man, otherwise we'll have all sorts of trouble. All sorts of trouble. Put this little keeper thing back on there. Okay, put that aside. Okay, so then my crimper bead, really tiny, and of course they're not going to come out today. Come out, wherever you are. Okay, use my teeth. Here we go. Sorry for the delay there. And I've got some crimper beads out here. Very tiny. You can see where they're, how they would be easy to lose and how they work. So I'm going to come around here, loop, make a little loop here. My crimper bead on the long end. Oh boy, bifocals, please work. Oh, they did. Okay, yay. Okay, and then it's watch me with my butterfingers. I have butterfingers now. I never did before, but now I do. Okay. Oh boy. Now bifocals focus. Yay! Did it again twice in a row. And so I've got this here, a little loop through here, if you can see it, the crimper beads right there. And then we're going to take, oh, came out. It was going to be so simple. I am swearing in my head. Okay. And I'm just going to hang on to that short end. Get my little trusty things out here, my little nippers, and nip that down. Crimp it down. It's going nowhere. It is on there solid. That's one done. And you can just do, if you wanted to, you just wanted to do one, you could do that and have it come through the center of each of the tiles. You could trap it in there. You could do that, and then you could do it, you know, multiple tiles if you've got a longer stick. I'm just doing one today. And then I'm sure I can do this right without it getting crooked, but we'll try. Okay. Another one here. Again, I want to just feed my little crimper bead on the end. So the crimpers you can get, you know, at any craft store. Order them online. Amazon sells them. Michael sells them online as well. In there. Okay. And yes, you're going to be a fiddle. They're fiddly. Okay, they're fiddly. I'll just say it. They're fiddly. You have to have patience with the whole shebang. Okay. So there I've got my crimper bead. It's roughly about the same as the other one, but my stick's not the same all the way across. So let's see how this works. Okay. Right. So there, I've got two coming down. You can see that. They're strong. No, they're not. Oh, one's funny. Oh, now, don't be a little turkey. And bifocals. Crimp that one enough. I hope you're getting a good laugh at this because it is kind of funny. Okay. Uh-oh, live video. Stuff never quite works the same way you'd like to. Did I say that I didn't rehearse this? Can you tell? Okay. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? All right. And I find myself quite entertaining most of the time. Let's see if that's better. Oh, yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay, better test. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys back. These extra crimper beads. I'll be using those. I'm going to put them over there where I can see them on black. There we go. So here we have like a little swing. And when I come back, I'll be coming back and sort of tidying up that there. Make sure this is right side up. I wrote on the back upside down. Doesn't matter. It's all good. And then sort of this, like a trapeze swing. Come on, get there a little bit closer. It's a little fiddly, like I said. And try to make it straightish if you can. You do have a little wiggle room. Trap it like this. Trap them in there, trapped. They can't get out. We'll pull them down. So for this, I've decided to use the PVA because the PVA allows for wiggle room, and whereas the other adhesives don't really. No, come out. Okay, the PVA decided to be a little bit cantankerous, even though I just used it yesterday. And so I've got the lid of it with some glue and my glue brush. And I'm just going to, you really don't need very much with PVA. It's such a wonderful adhesive. And like I said, once it's on, it's glued for good. But if you get it a little wet, you can unpeel, unpeel's wrong. You can peel the paper off carefully, should you make a mistake. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so put that over there, put the lid back on. And okay, let's start this again. So I've got my lines coming down here. Got this one the right way. And it's kind of, it's bowed a little bit because of the PVA, but don't you worry, we will flatten it out again. And put some Cooper on there. Paint or something. No way, yes way. Okay. So then I'm trapping these lines in here. And the PVA, pushing them down really hard. Some in there. Okay, goop out. Okay. So now I can sort of, because this doesn't dry instantly, I can kind of play around with it. If I'd used the Crafter's double-sided tape, no such luck. And the Uhu stick, a little more time to wiggle, but not a lot. So that's why I chose the PVA, the polyvinyl adhesive, which is also pH neutral. So see, it's already sticking both sides. Not going anywhere, which is good. I want to see if it's straight. So I have to look over here. Hang on, see. It's straight looking. Move around that. You can move around the upper strings and sort of, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to take my nippers. I'm going to nip off these little ends here very carefully. Don't be a turkey. Okay. If I can. That one's pretty good. Doesn't need it. Oh, beautiful. Now, if you wanted, which I didn't think of it, put some beads up here. Forgot. You could certainly do that. So we're going to now to also let you know this dries completely in about 30 minutes, but it's pretty sticky right now. So we have more crimper beads, and we can do some, add some more beads here. And these are cool. Got these, whoops, put it so you can see. So I got this one, it's very cool. So I'm just sort of, let me zoom out a little bit. My zoomer is not working. Interesting. Okay. So I've got some beads there. So just sort of trying what works for me. What do I like? Oh, that one's pretty heavy. It looks pretty good. So you want something sort of heavy on the bottom. I've got these ones. And I've got these ones. Which is cool. These are nice glass beads. And then I have these feathers. I just love these feather ones. They're so pretty. So they can also go on there. And then I've got these beautiful antlers. So that's a possibility. And I can use my crimper beads to space them out. So I can see the antler there. Or do we want the sun on this one? What does that look like? That's pretty. I really like the antlers, but I've got an idea. I think they're going to be hanging on the up above there. So play around. This is the lovely thing about art is you get to play, you get to experiment and see, oh, what does that work like? You know, what do I like? What don't I like? And change it and make it your own. So I think I'm going to start with this bead here, a little bit of ways from there. And take my crimper bead, oopsie, between there, keep it in place. Oh, yes. Zero in on that, eyeballs. There we go. Hooray. And I'll just take my crimper bead here. This is just so funny. Watch me try to operate with my butterfinger right hand, but it's coming along better than it was a month ago. So here we go. Right. Oh, look at that. Okay. And then we're going to, I think I'll put this one here. of that. And then this one here, which is there. And another crimper bead, which is flying all over the place. Come here. Come here, little fellow. There you go. And then we're going to do this one. And you don't have to go to the bead store and buy expensive beads. You can use any kind of pony beads, beads that you get at the dollar store. Make your own beads from paper. There's just so many options that, okay, come over here. There you go. Put that down there. Go. So let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty. Okay. And then I think I'm going to do this one with another feather. Since we have the bird shapes there, let's go with it. Let's do these two together. And how to do that, whoops, back to the crimper beads. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to take and put the crimper bead on here. On the end, one just flew over the place. Oh, come on. Oh, wait. All right, try another one then. They're like jumping beans. Okay. All right. Then we take and put our little sun bead on there. I realize I'm right off the camera and you don't know what I'm doing. So I put the crimper bead on there and then on the end, and then I've got my little sun and another feather bead. I'm going to have it come back on itself and back through the little barrel of the crimper bead, like that. And then we're just going to crimp them off like this. Okay, watch my finger. Kind of hurts if you get in the way. All right. Tail there. So there's one done. And how pretty is that? You can see that? There it is. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. On the other side, we might do a little differently. Let's do, and they don't have to be even on both sides, both strings coming down don't have to be even. Okay, and then where's the crimper bead? Here it is. So I think I want to do, I've got this beautiful little leaf. You can see that little leaf ones. I'm going to incorporate that in there. So pretty. And here's my little barrel. Keep them from sliding everywhere. And I'm going to put that down. Whoops, down here. Crimp it off. Come on. So elusive. Really hard to get the right spot. Okay, there we go. Didn't want to. Whoops. See? Keeps getting in the way. All right. These guys are a little bit, sometimes they slide around a little bit. You have to really work hard on them. Uh-oh. I just got the thing. Oh, no. Okay, one's going to be really short. Can't believe I did that. Did you hear it even go snap? Yeah, I went snap. Ah, got another one here. It's going to be really short on one side. If you're at home, don't do that. Don't do what I just did. But we're going to figure out a way to make it still look good. I don't know how yet. We'll figure out something. It's fun. Probably better to use real pliers to do this instead of the nippers, but I do like these guys and they're handy. So now we have one that's short, really short, and one that's long, but you get the point, you know. And yeah, things happen in art you don't want to have happen, but there they are. One short, one long. I have an idea. I'm going to rectify the situation. There it is. Oh well, okay. So what I find is things like this that happen by accident are just jumping off points for ingenuity. Okay, now I got to come up with a creative way to make it look a little different. Not as I planned, but different. So I'm going to nip off another piece of string here and start. I'm going to start on this side and add a line coming down. That's too funny. I am too funny. All right. I hope you laughed along with me because you just have to when things kind of fizzle out on you. And I find that those things, when things don't go as planned, is when the real fun begins. Oh, that didn't look good. That's not good, but I can do this. Oh, this is better. Okay. So we're going to got another line coming down here. I'll try not to cut it in pieces. Just move it up there a little bit, crimp it off. Yes, I should go get the needle nose pliers. No, there's no danger in that. Now that you know what can happen, it's a little bit, creates a little more tension. Okay, that's on there, good. All right. So I've got this really short one and a really long one. And I could do, other thing could do is I could just cut this one off here. There. That, and then I have two little short ones dangling down there. And a long one. So I've got some more great beads here. Oops. Never dull. In the Color Garden studio, always something funny happening. String some more beads on here. We'll crimper beads out. Okay. And then string these on again. Try not to break the string or cut the string. Okay, sure I got this. People that do beading are probably cringing with what I'm doing. It's not what I do every day. All right. Whew. Okay, that's done. Yay! I got this one. Cool looking bead. I like that one. Have that come over and do another crimper bead down there. So I'm leaving that in, I'm leaving my mistake in. So you can see that there really aren't any mistakes. There's opportunities for ingenuity. Oh, I did it again. Okay, just said that. It's like, what? Okay, we'll try this guy. Oh dear. Okay, this is gonna be shorter than I thought. I should have kept my mouth shut. All right, there. So that's shorter than I planned to be, but you know, it might still work. It might still work. We've got some dangly bits there. Okay. That might work. We'll see. So then we're going to get off some more. A shorter piece here. Crimper bead there. My hands are not as steady as they once were. So if you're like me and you are struggling with hands that are not as dexterous as they were, have faith that you can still do it. It just takes a little more time, a little more patience, and keep going, keep doing it. It gets better. The more you practice, muscle memory comes back. At least it has for me. So it's just days where you really can't do the fiddly stuff like you used to as well, but it doesn't stop me. I hope it doesn't stop you from trying. Oh my, okay. Crimper beads, I've decided, are here to vex me. They're invented. There we go. Just have patience. We'll get through it. Keep going. So there, that's a pretty good one, pretty sturdy. So I'm going to do some more beads on here. Glass beads. And of course, the easy way would have just been to use a twine like this and tie knots. And that would have been simpler. But this is what I'm doing today. Choice I made. I'm going with it. Now, my Crimper bead. Dastardly Crimper beads. Okay. So all they do is they tighten around the string and keep things in place and help you attach things together. Come on. There we go. Moving. Yep. Okay. Phew. Cooking now. This one. Maybe another one of these. Slightly have it come down a little bit longer than the one on the other side. bead. Butterfingers and bifocals. Ooh, challenge today. Okay. Right. Now I feel better. This one's going a little better. What do I want? Let's use the sun in the end. I had tried before that didn't work. Sun and the feather. Oops. Good. Put the Crimper bead on first. 8. Hooray to remembering. And like that. Come on, it's a little fiddly because don't have a lot of tail with this one. You can do it though. I can do it. I know I can. Oh, I'm just laughing at myself. Okay, so I did that. Crimper my nippers here. Cut them off. Good. That's good. That's solid. All right. So now I've got those ones on that side, the ones that got nipped off, and on the other side, whoops, they're kind of loving each other here. They're entangled. Okay, something over here. Really pretty, starting to come around as I work at it and feel my frustrations. So let's carry on. So I'm just going to carry on off camera and show you when we're done, what it looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So I've fiddled around and I've added some more beads from my other side. I've got these great antler beads on the edge. And just going to fiddle that. So I put them on black so you can see how beautiful this is. Then I'm going to add my leather thong. So just by tying it's off. Oh, Miss Maddie wants in. She's scratching at the door. Having fun. I want to be a part of it. So I'm going to tie this off the granny knot. You can get all fancy if you want, but I just got that on there, tied on there. So I'm just, not much of a loop here at the top. So go to there, tie this off again. The other side. That. Cut off the excess, leave a little tail. Oh, there we go. So you've got a little hanger. Really pretty. And if you want to, you can wrap some, wire around bits of it if you'd like, just a little more bling. Here and there. Whoops, probably should have done this before I added the hanger thing. Well. As they say in the cattle industry, live in loin. Bad joke, I know. Just add a little bit of bling on there, if you wish. That'll also keep things in place. So if you want to do, you know, keep things from running around, you could do them on either side, the wire, and it'll keep things in place. But that's just an option. You don't have to do that. Let's just keep things all nice and tidy here. You can see how this turned out. Not bad, considering I had butterfingers and an overactive nippers. But I think that's quite pretty, and it's going to look really nice on the wall. So here's a way that you can display your Zentangle tiles or any small artwork or even large artwork, and incorporate some beads and turn it into a wall hang. If you do macrame, I could see where this could be another outlet for you to add macrame on there. Here's another one that I did some time ago, utilizing tiles, and I used twine, but I also painted the driftwood and added different colors. I added metal tape, wire, ribbon around it, feathers on the end, and more beads incorporated. And then I also added, whoops, made a mess. So at the end, you can see the tiles, and you can, which I did with this one, is attach the tiles with little paper clips so that you can change them out. You don't have to look at the same thing all the time. So you can do that. And you can also move them up and down the strings. So here's another idea for you. And just have a lot of fun. And please try this out. Don't be afraid of having fun. And then share your creations with me, please, or with everybody at the Facebook page TangleTuesday, 2 words. I look forward to seeing what you do. And please feel free to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.